So today's topic is the fate. So Zaffar, what is the fate?
Okay, let me describe this thing this way. Faith is a trust, a belief in something. And as you know that in this whole world, there are believers and non-believers. The people who believe and the people who don't believe in things. And the people who don't believe, they have their own questions. Like, I will give you an example of a kind grandson of Prophet Muhammad, peace be on him. A person came to him and asked him, how do you describe the God? A trust and faith. How do you describe the God? When neither somebody has seen him and nor somebody has touched him, nor he has any fragrance or smell. So these are three basic things for anything to prove its existence. Like either you can touch it, so you are there, so I touch you and I say, okay, you are sitting there. Or you have a sound, you talk, and I hear it, I say, okay, this is existence, somebody is talking. And third one is the smell, the fragrance. These three things can prove in the world the existence of something. So the man asks to my Muhammad Baqir, alayhi salam, your God does not have all these three things. Neither you can see him, nor you can touch him. Second, nor he has any fragrance or smell that you can smell, okay, this is the God. How should I trust in your God? While as our gods, which we have created, we can touch them, they can make sounds. Also, we can make them that they have smell. And Imam says to this person, let me set an example for you. Do you know in your body that blood circulation is going on? Your blood rushes to one vein to other vein and then from head to down. And this man says, well, what is an example for it? And Imam alayhi salam replies him and says, if we'll just put needle in your body somewhere, the blood will just run out from your body with the pressure. So that means this is the circulation of blood. But a man answers back and says, this is not sufficient for me. If we can put blood in a bag also, and we'll make hole to the bag, it will also come out same way. Mm-hmm. Then Imam describes about the blood circulation. He tells him, look, if you put your fingers on your ear like this, close your ears, and you can hear a noise. Do you know what noise is that? You see, it is very easy for you to understand because you know the modern science and all other things. But I am talking before 1,000 years. Mm-hmm. So he tells him, when you put your fingers on your ear and stops, is there a noise going on? He said, yes, there's a huge noise. He said, this noise is something what is happening in your body. Mm-hmm. Though you are completely unaware about it. Though you don't know what is happening in my body. Though you know nothing about what is happening in it. Mm-hmm. This whole system which works in your body, your respiratory system, your digestive system, your cardiac system, all the systems, they are really making huge noise inside. But God has designed you such a way that your own noise you cannot see. When you cannot hear your own noise, does that mean that you are not existing? Does it mean? No. You are existing, but something is hidden. Something is hidden which works behind and shows his existence in no existence. In Vedas, in the Rig Veda of Hindus, it's also written same way. Where I am, there I am not. And where I am not, there I am. I am present in every existence. And in every existence, you'll also find me absent. And in Quran, if you say, Lam yalid walam yulad, neither I was born nor I will born, but still I am there. Or one more example I will set you, the worldly example. That is like this. When you are walking on the road or you are going on the high hills. Now when you look from higher altitude to down, what makes you to start? How you are not going down, you are just standing there and looking at it and creating a fear in you. And that fear keeps you back. And if I will ask you this question, you will immediately tell me, oh, this is my sense. This is your sense. Okay. If I will tell you, please show me your sense.
I'm not able to.
You are not able. You can show me your brain, you can show me your heart, you can show me your eyes, you can show me, but you cannot show me your sense. So behind this whole body, the controlling element which is working, that's called a sense. Well, as you say, some people, they are nonsense. But if you medically prove what is the sense, there is no X-ray for the sense. There is no MRI for the sense. You cannot say we have done MRI of this sense and now we found his nonsense. Is it possible? No. So a sense which tells you where you have to jump and where you have to stop is unseen. So here I can prove one more thing, that there are millions other things in this world which are unseen but still they control. So God is unseen but He is everywhere present. Okay? Now question is why if this was made, that people should be away from God, they should not believe in God. In many countries, in Russia and many other countries also. Because it is a human control, a control of a man on a man. Fine? So when a person wants to control somebody else, the first thing what he cuts from him is the faith
and the believing.
And the belief. When we cut both things from you, the faith and belief, then your sense does not work. You receive the order like a computer and you reply on the screen. So this was only created to control the human. And for a long time it worked. But when a small baby opened eyes and he found that there must be something in the world which is called spirituality, which is called the truth, which is called belief, which is called God. He opened his eyes and he tried to find it where it is. And these are not the things what you can find in the books. This is not some knowledge what somebody will write and tell you, okay, this is in the book. This is something which goes from a teacher to student, from a prophet to its people. Everywhere in Bible, also it is written, and also in Quran it is written, that soon after Jesus was born, people asked Mary, "Oh, daughter of Abraham, how is it possible that you will have a child, whether your father and mother, both of them were good people?" Mary did not talk. Though it was a matter of, really her virginity. She didn't talk. She kept quiet. She knew that there's a power behind, which is going to talk later on. She just kept quiet. Though the people were very strict, very strong on her. And they said, you have to tell us. Because we know your father, we know your mother. Both of them have been really great people. And how you brought this child when no man has touched you, that as you say. Mary did not speak a word. She just turned to the child, okay, and pointed towards the child. Immediately child said, I am the prophet of God and I have brought a book with me. Now people all around, they knew. For speaking, you need knowledge. You need a language. A child who's just in a cradle, when he's speaking so high, he's saying, I'm the prophet and I have brought book with me. So they thought, it is not the voice of child. It is voice from the heavens.
Okay. Coming now back, why people should be believers?
Why should they be believers?
Yes.
Good. See, why a boat should have a person who rows the boat? Tell me.
To show the direction.
Exactly. Not only that. If you just leave a boat in the lake, for example, and you are leaving boat in the lake, and wind can take it to any direction. The boat is designed that it should not sink. It's a boat. It will not sink. Definitely it will not sink. But the boat will be taken to all the directions. The water will carry it everywhere. And at the end of the day, it will be thrown on the shore. Fine. Any wave can throw it on the shore. And there ends the story. But if there is a person who rows the boat, has a paddle in his hand, controls the boat, makes sure that boat reaches to the point where it should be. So believe is that you are making a person to sit in your boat, and that belief takes you all the way to the right direction. That's what all prophets said. That's what Abraham said. That's what Moses said. That's what Jesus said. That's what Isaac said. That's what Jacob said. Many other things, as I told you. When you don't see them, you don't believe in them. Like a person, he has never seen the goat. He has never seen the ghost. Okay?
Okay.
So he does not have a fear of ghost. But once it appears somewhere, then he has a fear, and then he knows what is the ghost. Fine? So to know the God, to come close to the God, you definitely need teachers, prophets, who will take you to the right place and tell you this is the point where from you can find the God. Okay? Now let us say this. There is one more question. A question is, a person asked me in Switzerland. He said, please tell me when you say that hell means the fire, and you say that people who do sin, they'll go to the hell. Okay? And when they go to the hell, they will have the punishment of the hell. Good enough. But a man who is made of mud, as per the Quran, as per the Bible, when he is put in the hell, definitely he will burn. But what about the devil? He is made from the fire. How can fire burn fire? So is there a special hell for the devil? Has God created a special fire to burn the fire? And he told me, it is written in your book, it is written in Quran, it is in Bible, it is in Torah, it is everywhere written. But look here. If I take a big piece of soil, really dry one, and throw it on your head, what will happen? He said, well, maybe it will not make injury, but I will really have a bad pain. I said, why? You are made of mud, and I'm just throwing a mud ball on you. He said, maybe that mud ball is stronger than what I'm made of. Exactly the same way. Exactly the same way. God can punish with much more stronger than this. But question is why, question is how, and question is believe and non-believers. See, believers are the people who believe and leave their boat in the ocean in the control of God. And this yacht goes everywhere with the wind. And they relax. And then they are free to think about other things of the world. Okay? Because in this world you are not created only to have food, to have children, to have sex, and to just roam around. No, this is not only your duty. You have been created to discover His world. You have been created for ultimate love. You have been created to see everything and find Him in everything.
What is ultimate love?
This is a different question. It is actually, you see, it is a love towards the God, which never ends. Because when you are in love with the creation, for example, a man and a woman. Both of them have to die. With them, the love by itself dies. Or it can change the face. Today she is beautiful, tomorrow she is not. Today he is handsome, tomorrow he is not. It can also change the ideas of it. But the love which you give to the God and receive from the God is the ultimate love. And this ultimate love sometimes needs exactly what we say sacrifice. Do you know what happened in Karbala? Have you read about it?
No.
Okay.
What happened?
It was a great grandson of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. His name was Hussein, a prince of universe, most noble, most generous, most pious person in Medina. In Medina, he was living a peaceful life. And on the other hand, there was a person called Yazid. He had all sort of evils in him. The worst human being that moment. But he was king almost all of the half world. Like from Malay to Kashmir, he was a king. From Tunisia to Tatar, he was a king. Such a big king. Now he needs nothing. He was a womanizer, he was everything. He was enjoying his life. And Hussein was alone with his small family and some friends. That's it. But a person told him, you are not king unless and until that Hussein will accept you as a king. So one time there is a huge monarch, huge kingdom and all that. And one side there is only one person. So now you know, the God-fearing people, the God-loving people are sometimes higher than the kings who are from the Tunisia to Tatar. Okay? And Yazid decided I should call him and tell him that he should bow in front of me and he should tell me, I salute you, my king. When he did this effort, and Hussein told him, no. He said, people like us will never bow in front of people like you. Hussein never said only for himself. He said for all those people who believe in Imam Hussein. For those he said this word. Imam Hussein was taken to Karbala. He left Medina because he knew that Yazid can come to Medina and he can kill everybody over there. So he went to the Makkah, and from Makkah he went to the desert of Karbala. Okay, now it is over. He can kill Imam Hussein and it's over, then he is a king. Fine. But still the fear of the devil was in Yazid. He sent almost all, we say 10 lakh or 100,000 people to Karbala just to kill one person or 72 people. What is it? It's a fear. And where comes fear from? What is the freedom, my dear? Freedom are two things. Free from fear, okay? And free from
Anger.
Yes. So Yazid has both things. He was afraid. He was a covered man, though he was a monarch. Everywhere where he was looking, he was seeing that Hussein is standing from every corner. His days and nights were sleepless.
It's unbelievable. Huh?
For one person, days and nights he couldn't sleep. Wherever he was opening his eyes, he was seeing that Hussein is there standing. He said, no, I have to kill him. He sent his army to kill him. Okay. They did not kill him straight. They should have done it. They did not do it. They said that we should stop water for him. 7 days water was stopped. Every child in this canopy was completely thirsty. So thirsty that their lips were broken with the thirst and heat. Why? It was only, he wanted to kill Hussein. But why all that? Because he wanted to show how great and how cruel he is and how much cruelty can go. And when you see high cruelty, you can see also higher souls. And there were children, small children. 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, they were living in that. They did not have water for 7 days. Just imagine you are a human being.
This is not human being. Huh? It's horrible.
You said he was not human being. But he said, I am the great human. Because the devil was in him, evil was in him, all the negative energy was living in him. And at the end of the day, Imam Hussain thought, okay, let me try. This is the last try. And there was not even a drop of water. He brought a child out, just 6 months. Just imagine, you are a mother. Imagine a 6-month-old child. And he raised his hand and said, look at this child. Look at him. His child of 6 months. He cannot go to the battlefield. He cannot fight. Just give little water to him. Let us continue the war later on. But what this child has done. But when evil raises, when bad energy raises, when dark energy is raised, everything is black. A man called Hurmula, he fixed arrow in his bow, and they say this arrow had 3 heads. 3-head arrow. And 6-month-old child. Even a stone-hearted person will cry on this. He took his arrow and he left the arrow. It straight away traveled to the neck of the child. Now you imagine, it is a father, let us keep everything else. It is a father and 6-month-old baby. What should have been? Or what should have been the circumstance over there? Imam Hussain took the child and showed it to the God. He said, oh my lovely God, oh my dear God. This was the last sacrifice of Imam Hussain, what I am giving you. Because let Yazid know, on one side there is ultimate love, which arrows, swords, bullets, balls, hamatans, shafotters, they cannot kill it. If you cut my body into pieces also, every piece of my body will be saying that God is great and He is there. And today, as on now, everybody curses him, Yazid. And every second man knows who is Hussain. In this modern world, where people are really highly dressed and makeups and all that, in this world people come, his lovers come, they lash their bodies with the knife. They bring the blood out. They show their love towards Imam Hussain. And then each drop of blood comes from their body. People look at them and how it is possible? How a person can even touch his body? How a person can even put needle in his body? They prove that love is higher than your body. Love has no limit. The sky is the limit of the love. And this time you have seen my lectures all over the world. You were in Estonia, you were in Germany, you were in Switzerland. Everywhere people said, they are great souls who can do this. They are not ordinary people. Ordinary people cannot do. When animal sees other animal massacred, he runs from there. Human, when they see the ultimate pain of Karbala, if they run, say, oh, okay, let us talk only about it. Let us not feel this pain. Let us not go through this pain. They're like animals. But what about this man who beats his chest? Who opens his back with the knives? He says, look, I am that soldier. Had I been with Imam Hussain, I would have given my body. Like Imam Hussain gave a 6-month-old child, I would have given my family for the ultimate love. Thank you very much. And I hope that you can understand the God and you can understand the Imam Hussain.
Thank you, Zaffar. That was really a very good lesson.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.